Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, bonjour, auf Wiedersehen, ciao, come va. This is Dino V. I hope you're doing good out there. Now today I'm going to be talking about books. Now there probably isn't anybody in history that's had more books written about them besides the Beatles. Besides the Beatles? The Beatles. I don't think there's any more books on anyone. There's probably thousands of books, and probably while I'm doing this video there's another 10 that are coming out. It's a massive history, the Beatles, and what I'm going to do is talk about what I consider, it's my favourite, it might not be your favourite, my all-time favourite, ultimate numero uno book, which is this, The Beatles Recording Sessions by Mr. Mark Lewisohn. Lovely chap, and I don't think he's very good at playing football, or is he? Anyway, I consider this the greatest book. I remember getting this came out originally in 1988 on hardback. So there it is, that's a British one, and it came out on paperback in 1989. That is the American version there, British American. They call it in America the official Abbey Road Studio Session Notes, 62 to 70. Now inside the book, there's a great interview that Mark does with Paul McCartney, used to be in the Beatles. He did. I know his real name's James, but there we go. So there's a brilliant interview with Paul in there, and Paul talks about when they went down to audition for George Martin, Pete Best, Ringo, about early sessions, about the recordings. Paul also goes on about whether or not Brian Jones played on a song. Paul also chooses what he believes is his favourite song they recorded. What do you think it was? Hey Jude, Here, There and Everywhere, Tomorrow Never Knows, A Day in a Life? No, it's not. You may know the answer. Get this book if you love knowing who played what instrument, when it was recorded, what was overdubbed, what outtakes there were, how songs changed, on what dates. It really is a stunning book, and Mark Lewisohn is meticulous, as we all know, in his researching. It's absolutely incredible. It's not just words either. There's lots of great pictures. There's pictures of session tapes, so it can tell you the time. Sometimes I think it might even say what money they were paid. Let's have a look here. Studios in the session. There we go. That's the All You Need Is Love, Our World special. I cannot say how great this book is. Well, I could. It's quite brilliant. So Mark's book starts in, where does he start? I think it's the 8th of May 1962. You can never find the pages when you want them. The story starts on Tuesday, May the 8th, 1962, when the Beatles were in Hamburg. So what I'm going to do is, because that's 1962, I'm going to try and stick around the date of 8th of May and work through the Beatles' recording career. So I'm going to go now to the 8th of May, 1963, or somewhere around that period. And I would choose one that isn't available. They didn't do anything in the studio on May the 8th of 1963. On Thursday, 11th of April, From Me to You was issued. On the 1st of July, the Beatles recorded She Loves You. So I'll go to 1964 now. Let's have a look here. 1964. I chose a good date. Again, May the 8th, the Beatles didn't do anything, but on 23rd of April, they were mono mixing A Hard Day's Night. And on the 22nd of May, they were recording, the Beatles were holidaying abroad when George Martin supervised this overdub session. Okay, so he overdubbed a piano track onto take 9 if you can't do that. 1965. We must have did something on May the 8th. 1965. I've gone to 66 now, which was a very good year. Didn't England win something at football then? Yeah. 1965, the nearest date to May the 8th is May the 10th. So in Studio 2, between 8 and 11:30, they recorded Dizzy Miss Lizzie, takes 1 to 2. Bad Boy, takes 1 to 4. Dizzy Miss Lizzie, takes 3 to 7. In Studio 2, they mono-mixed Dizzy Miss Lizzie and Bad Boy, and there's stereo mixing of Dizzy Miss Lizzie and Bad Boy as well. Producer was George Martin. So that was Monday the 10th of May, as they didn't actually do anything in the studio on the 8th. This covers virtually all the EMI studio sessions, as well as Barnes and Olympic Studios, Apple, Twickenham, as well as Pathé Marconi in Paris when they recorded Can't Buy Me Love and Sleep Dick and Come Gimme Dinah Hand. Right, back to May the 8th. So in 1966, what were they doing on May the 8th in EMI Studios, St John's Wood, London? Well, what they were doing was nothing. But on Monday, 9th of May, 1966, I'm going to sneeze. I'm out in the summer house. I'm not going to cut it and edit it. I'll just do it raw. So that's a Dino V sneeze. Catch that. It's fresh. So on Monday, 9th of May, in Studio 2, between 7 and 11 o'clock in the evening, recording of For No One, takes 1 to 10. Producer, George Martin. Engineer, Jeff Emerick. Second engineer, Phil McDonald. So 10 takes were made of the beautiful Paul McCartney song, For No One. It had Paul playing piano and Ringo the drums. So basically what you can do is you can go through, you could probably choose your birthday and think, what did the Beatles do on my birthday in each year? Now we go to 1967. So what were they doing around May the 8th on 1967? Okay, Tuesday 9th of May 1967, because I didn't do anything on the 8th. Studio 2, 11 in the evening till 6:15 in the morning, recording an untitled Take 1. A somewhat unproductive session, more than 7 hours of instrumental jamming with little more than 16 minutes committed to tape. The instruments used all were out of tune. There was electric guitar, another guitar, vibrato effect, drums and harmonium. So on Tuesday 9th of May 1967, they spent hours recording their instruments and it's never been released. So what has happened to that? Has anyone got that on release? Because it wasn't in the Sgt. Pepper's box set. On that day, the producer was George Martin, engineer was Jeff Emerick, and the second engineer was Richard Lush. So in 1968, again around the same date, first week of May, let's have a look here, see what the Fabs were doing in the studio. I don't think they were in the studio, were they? No, in fact, between, if you look here again, because the book is researched brilliantly, Mark spent a lot of time doing this. So between Thursday the 30th of May, what I was going to say was, the Beatles here have no entries. It's Friday the 15th of March, Lady Madonna was released, and there's nothing in here then till Thursday the 30th of May, where they're recording Revolution from 2:30 in the evening till 2:40 in the morning. So that was 1968. Let's go to 1969. Like and subscribe. I need more subscribers. It does help. It does help. I don't want to do these videos for no one, so I do appreciate you subscribing. Friday 9th of May 1969, Studio 1 Olympic Sound Studios, Barnes, London, 3 till 11 in the evening, stereo mixing inserts for the Get Back LP. Producer George Martin, engineer Glyn Johns. So that's what happened on Friday 9th of May. And in 1970, and it's getting very near the end now, Friday 8th of May, that's the last entry, Let It Be was released, the final Beatles album. After that, you've got a brilliant discography listing all the, I believe it's British and American albums. I think it's got singles as well. Has it got singles, Dino? Yeah, it's got singles, EPs and albums. There's also the index, so you can cross-reference. So, for example, if you know the track Carnival of Light, you think, well, when was Carnival of Light recorded? Right? Carnival of Light. When you see Mark Lewisohn, tell him how brilliant this book. If you got one, get him to sign it. I've got a few signed copies. One's for me, one's for my daughter, Mr. Graffiti Mark Lewisohn. And ask him to hum. Don't ask him when his next book's coming out, because I think he gets a bit... I suppose it's like asking Paul McCartney, when are the Beatles going to get back together? So you don't ask Mark Lewisohn that question about when is that book coming out. Just ask him to hum Carnival of Light. I mean, he's heard it. So Mark, I think you should hum Carnival of Light. Give us an idea, maybe get some other people involved on it. So anyway, that is the Complete Beatles Recording Sessions, the official story of the Abbey Road Studios, introduction interview with Paul McCartney by Mr. Mark Lewisohn. You can get it on hardback, paperback, there's an American version, an English version. I will be doing more videos on more books in my collection. I have a very, very vast Beatles collection. I mean, you notice there the original ones of John Lennon's In His Own Right and A Spaniard in the Works. And also, this is an essential book by Bill Harry, The Beatles Paperback Writers. I'll cover that on another video. So thank you for watching. This is Dino V saying adios, ciao, and saying au revoir, goodbye to you. Please subscribe, like and comment. I like to have your comments. And if there's a book you want to know about, put the message down, yeah, just down there. Put in the comments, say, Dino, tell us about this book. I may have the book. I haven't got them all, but I have got a vast collection. Anyway, as I say, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching and take care. Catch you next time. You've got a lucky finger.